Hi friends, good morning again. I'm back with the introduction for the second part of my webinar. And before I go there, I just want to set the context for all of us. So there are two woodcutters, and these two woodcutters decide to enter into a contest one day. And they say, let's see who's the best woodcutter and who chops the most wood in a day. So they decide to start the competition, and the woodcutter one starts immediately and starts chopping the trees, chop, chop, chop. The second one has still not started, and so the first guy thinks, okay, I'm ahead of him, and he starts hacking his way into the trees. After 20 minutes, he hears the sound of the second woodcutter starting to chop now, and he thinks, okay, I've got a decent lead and I'm gonna win this race. And then they take a break again at the end of an hour, and then they restart again. And again when they restart, so the first guy has again taken the lead and he's chopping again, and the second guy is not to be heard. So at the lunch hour, when both of them decide to take a break and do an assessment, who chopped the most wood, the first guy is actually surprised to see that the second guy who took the break and who started late has actually ended up with lots of wood compared to the first guy. So how is this? The first woodcutter asked the second woodcutter, how is this? You were the guy who were taking a lot of break, and I was the guy who was working relentlessly, but still you end up having the most wood compared to me. The second guy said to him, well, I spent 20 minutes of my time sharpening my axe, right? So this is a very powerful symbolism again in the story, that in the time before we start to do stuff, let's plan ahead and spend the time to sharpen our tools, sharpen our axe. And this is what the famous book writer Stephen Covey, in his famous book, The 7 Habits of the Highly Effective People, right? So he's mentioned one topic there, sharpen your axe. Now what does sharpen your axe means? Sharpen your axe means take the time to sharpen your tools, your mental tools, your physical tools. And once you have sharpened this, you can apply yourself well into your business. And this period is the time to sharpen your axe. We are into this 40-day lockdown period, which is ending on 3rd of May, right? So for my next webinar, I have decided to share with you link to the first part of the webinar, and wherein we discuss the element of cash flow and various levers that influence your cash flow. So here's something for you now. At the end of this 40-day lockdown period, I'll be now sharing with you 40 strategies to influence your cash flow through all the levers that I showed you in the slide in my previous webinar. There's a lot of content coming your way, so be prepared with your pens and paper to take notes, and there will be a lot of valuable takeaway for you. So let's look forward to sharpening your axes.